Good morning. Good morning, everybody. My name is John Capella. I'm the President and CEO of Porsche Cars Canada. It is my pleasure to welcome you today to our exhibit. Last year, Porsche celebrated our 75th anniversary and 60 years of the 911. And in Canada, we surpassed 10,000 new vehicle sales for the very first time. We start this year with an exciting display here at the Canadian International Auto Show that celebrates our brand's future, including a host of exciting premieres. The first of which you likely noticed at the entrance, the Vision GT concept. The Porsche Vision Gran Turismo concept is having its motor show debut here in Toronto. This spectacular concept was the fruit of a collaboration between Porsche and Sony. The Gran Turismo video game series has featured Porsche since 2017. The Porsche Vision Gran Turismo first concept study created specifically for the use of a video game. For more than 75 years, Porsche has created some of the most recognizable sports cars, both for the road and the track. By partnering with Sony, Porsche is not only demonstrating its special visionary approach, but is also once again showing a high level of expertise amongst designers. Freed from the constraints of developing models for serious production, they were able to put their own ideas for a Gran Turismo concept into practice. As someone that grew up playing a lot of the earliest video games, it is remarkable for me to see this project come to life. Porsche stands for authentic and emotional experiences. Video games and the virtual world offer a new opportunity to make sports cars interactive and to make driving them an accessible experience. This is also true for our Porsche Esports Sprint Challenge Canada One Make series, which marks its 5th edition in 2024. Sim racers compete to win a series of championship prizes, including getting behind the wheel of a real-life Porsche on the track. Qualifying phase is currently underway until February 24th, with the first of 8 races beginning in March. Now, we also have a record-setting vehicle here with us today. One built to take on the monumental task of establishing a record for the highest altitude reached for a motor vehicle. The record of 6,734 meters above sea level was achieved in early December 2023 by racing driver Romain Dumas with Edith, which we have the honor of having here in Toronto.
We try to go as high as possible with a Porsche 911.
Conditions are quite bad, it's cold, it's windy. Easy, right?
Man, it's terrible cold. That is the desert, you know. I think you have a little bit crazy to imagine this project.
Wow, isn't that amazing? That gives me goosebumps. No car has ever gone higher. The extreme off-road capable special conversion is based on a current 911 Carrera 4S. The 443 horsepower, 3-liter 6-cylinder Boxster engine with standard 7-speed manual transmission are all stock. The new world record was set at the peak of a volcano in Chile and supported by an international team consisting of members from Chile, France, Germany, Switzerland, United States, and Canada. By way of context, the peak altitude achieved equates to 775 meters beyond the summit of the highest point in Canada, Mount Logan in the Yukon. But this record is even more special in that this car was running on e-fuels, created in Chile, which are made from water and carbon dioxide using renewable energy. This enables the potential near net CO2 neutral use of combustion engines, since the CO2 captured during the production process roughly equates to the CO2 emitted during the usage of the car. Porsche has invested in this technology as part of its double E-path to power sports cars, past, present, and future, e-mobility and e-fuels. Now onto our first North American premiere, the 2024 Panamera. As you walked in, you likely saw the third generation of the Panamera is here at the rear of the room. Our new luxury sedan underscores its sporty character with even more powerful engines and broadens its capabilities with a completely new interior layout and several innovative technologies. The optional new active suspension, Porsche Active Ride, keeps the body flat and distributes the wheel loads dynamically to optimize grip and absorbs road imperfections with a very high degree. When the respective feature in the PCM is selected, Porsche Active Ride can overcompensate pitch and roll movements. The new Panamera then leans into corners like a motorcycle, leans forward under acceleration, and tilts back under braking. I have driven this car around a track, and I have to say I'm truly amazed at how successful the essence of a 911 has been transferred to a full-size luxury sedan. At launch, the Panamera and the Panamera 4 models will be available. Their 2.9-liter V6 turbo engine develops 348 horsepower and 368 pounds-feet of torque, an increase of 23 horsepower and 37 pounds-feet of torque compared to the previous model. The all-wheel drive Panamera 4 takes just 4.8 seconds to reach 100 kilometers and reaches a top speed of 270 kilometers an hour. Porsche plans to offer 4 different e-hybrid models, responding to the healthy demand for that type of powertrain in the Panamera. The 2025 Panamera Turbo e-hybrid will be the first model to be introduced and will come equipped with a completely revamped 4-liter twin-turbo V8 engine paired with the electric system for 670 horsepower and 685 pounds-feet of torque. The Panamera Turbo e-hybrid can sprint to 100 kilometers an hour in just 3.2 seconds and boasts a top speed of 315 kilometers an hour. The significantly refreshed appearance of this performance sedan is even more expressive and sporty as a result. Porsche is also equipping the Panamera with standard matrix LED headlights. The high-resolution HD matrix LED lighting system, which has more than 32,000 pixels per headlight, is actually an option as well. The newly designed interior heightens the driving experience even further. The integration of the owner's digital ecosystem enables completely new opportunities to interact and use this vehicle. Functions offered in My Porsche app and the Apple CarPlay allow for optimized use of access to the digital functions. The 2024 Porsche Panamera starts at $116,300, and while the 2024 Panamera 4 begins at $120,600. Both models are expected to reach Canadian Porsche centers this spring. Now, and Canadian pricing and arrival timing of the Panamera 2025 Turbo e-hybrid will be announced later this year. So whether it's the all-new Panamera or our iconic 911, a Porsche is at home at a track. The Porsche Experience Center in Toronto, with our very own track, is set to open its doors later this year and become the 10th in the world of its kind and the 3rd in North America after Atlanta and LA. This is a milestone and an important investment for our brand here in Canada, and is being located in the Durham Live development in Pickering, Ontario. It will be a brand park and major tourist destination where visitors can experience our vehicle dynamics, technology, and emotion firsthand with expert guidance from our Porsche driving instructors through various models, all modules all year long. The driving circuit will be over 2 kilometers in length and designed by Techie Engineering to highlight the technological powerness of our 2-door and 4-door sports cars in their ideal playground. This will allow customers and fans to immerse themselves in the world of Porsche. Above all, it will be the place where fun is measured in kilometers per hour and smiles per hour. Visitors of the PEC Toronto will also be able to admire current and historic exhibition of vehicles, stop by the cafe, and browse the Porsche shop. Aligned with Porsche's ambition for a net carbon neutral value chain for our vehicles in 2030, great emphasis is being placed on using an environmentally responsible technology and design and build for the operation. Porsche Experience Centers are a unique concept in the automotive industry and offer Porsche fans and customers exciting experiences with our sports car brand. As such, we have commissioned a very special project with the help of our colleagues at Porsche Exclusive Manufacture in Germany. This is a one-of-one car, which was individualized by our Sounderwunsch program, our Special Wishes program. And I'm thrilled to present to you the result, a 911 GT3 RS to commemorate the opening of Porsche Experience Center, Toronto. Built in partnership between Porsche Cars Canada and the Sounderwunsch team in Germany, renowned designer Grant Larson led this design for a car to show just what's possible through the exclusive manufacturer program. This highly bespoke GT3 RS shows its motorsport lineage with a fully painted red and white Canadian livery that are the proportions of the Canadian flag. The interior is decorated in race text with an all-new houndstooth fabric created specifically for this vehicle. All throughout this vehicle, you will see a lot of unique elements that pay tribute and celebrate the great achievement of the Porsche Experience Center, Toronto. This is a very special and exclusive Canadian 911, which also features its very own bespoke timepiece, a chronograph 911 GT3 RS, a special version of the timepiece that I'm wearing today. And now, while only one will ever be built, it is available to anyone in a 1/43 scale model. In fact, the model can be purchased through our new online shop, which will feature a collection of branded merchandise, clothing, and apparel. Now, while on the topic of what's ahead, we at Porsche continue to believe that the future is electrified. The launch of the all-new, all-electric Macan, which just had its world reveal 2 weeks ago in Singapore, builds on this excitement. Canadian deliveries of that exceptional vehicle will begin in the second half of this year. As we await the arrival of the Macan to our shores, we are excited about another new electric model to be launched in Canada. I'm honored and privileged to show our global public debut. Since its world debut in our very own Niagara Falls in September of 2019, the Taycan has established itself firmly in the market. The sports car among EVs has proven attractive to many current and new customers to the brand. In fact, Our factory in Stuttgart-Zuffenhausen has produced almost 150,000 examples of the Taycan to date. But our engineers have not rested on their laurels. We are now taking the sports car among EVs to an even greater height. Allow me to introduce to you the 2025 Taycan 4S Cross Turismo and the Taycan Turbo S. The designers have sharpened the design of the Taycan with impactful modifications. The car looks more dynamic and more performance-focused from the side. The new Matrix LED headlights are standard with optional high-resolution HD Matrix headlights. A three-dimensional glass look Porsche logo in the rear light strip with an optional illuminated version is also available for the first time, featuring a welcome and leaving animation. The new Taycan is also one of the first model lines to benefit from a heightened level of differentiation of the turbo variants with a Turbo Night accent color both inside and out, in addition to the front rear design. The 2025 Taycan features the latest generation of Porsche driver experience with display and control systems that have been improved in many respects. The instrument cluster, central display, and optional passenger display feature an optimized user interface with additional features. Apple CarPlay has also been more deeply integrated into the vehicle. The new interior options are offered, two new interior options are offered, and blend race text with a classic Pepita houndstooth pattern. All models boast even better acceleration. In fact, the new Taycan Turbo S is the most powerful and quickest Porsche ever built. With its 938 horsepower, it needs a mere 2.4 seconds to sprint to 100 kilometers an hour, making it 0.4 seconds faster than before. Simply put, it delivers supercar performance with everyday usability. The updated Taycan also recharges faster. At an 800-volt DC charging station, for example, it can be charged at up to 320 kilowatts. That's 50 kilowatts more than before. The updated Taycan takes just 18 minutes to charge from 10 to 80% state of charge, despite its larger battery capacity. The Performance Battery Plus now has a gross capacity of 105 kilowatts, increased from 93 kilowatts. At the end of January, a group of media gathered in Southern California to test the range of this new car in everyday conditions. In an example, the Taycan Turbo covered 555 kilometers with a single charge, traveling at speeds of up to 120 kilometers an hour. With updated Taycan models come with adaptive air suspension as standard. The new Porsche Active Ride suspension can be ordered as an option. Arriving at Porsche centers this summer, pricing for the 2025 Taycan starts at $135,600. Truly, 2024 is shaping up to be one of the most exciting years in the history of Porsche in Canada. In addition to the models that I've just mentioned, we also have various other models here on display to take in. Take your time to explore. It has been an absolute pleasure to share some of the most salient aspects of what we have in store this year, and the year is just beginning, so stay tuned. Many thanks for joining us. Have a great day.